unfortunate.
That's odd.
26.5, well, this one's rapid. Alright, I don't think I have the glitch where the thing glitches, so basically the first person set the lap time.
Alright.
Yeah, alright, there we go. There we go. You said Tabby Dobsek spinned in the wall. Oh yeah, he has damage.
Yeah.
Big damage. Yeah, the camera looks decent. Oh my god, he's
Yeah.
Japan's it's a good track, but like it's sometimes got issues. But hello everyone and welcome to Gavra Racing on the weekend league. And today I'm back from back after sitting week, unfortunately, because I was away. So you're only hearing the man who's commentating with me, which is ND, the legend himself. So yeah, mate, you want to introduce yourself?
No, I think you introduced me completely fine. Sure, we're in Suzuka, which is going to be very, very interesting to see because it's a very technical circuit, lots of twisty, turny corners. I think it suits the wheel user a lot more than the pad user on this track. So it will be really interesting to see who can come out on top on this round.
Yeah, Andy. Pitch Text says hi. That's Low Lion. And yeah, hello to you in the chat. So I think there's only one replacement, I think, and that's Jutsi Kev. I know this man is a very fast thing, so don't count him out. Obviously, Ben Roberts, Isaac Smart, very quick drivers as well. A lot of JMB Suro, he's another one to look out for. Black Pixel, Mikey, Heblerine, a lot of drivers here who are very good drivers here, and obviously all drivers here are doing an excellent job at the moment in this season. So I'm going to go on board with Ben Roberts and a new helmet, but at the moment he's just on a lap, so we're going to go on board with him. But yeah, Andy, so obviously Japan can be a circuit where it can be a lot of bugs. Obviously, if you didn't watch the Freshman League last season, but now we're gonna go on board with Ben Roberts and let's see what can the championship leader do. So you're now heading into turn one. You're going to the left-hand side now, and that is a Haas, and that's another two Haases colliding with each other. Not distracted Ben Roberts a hint, and now as he spins it, and that is not very good for Ben Roberts.
Not good at all, just very unfortunate, just clipped the grass I think, and set the car around.
Yeah, he probably overshot it and shot it into turn one, and yeah, it's just turn two actually. He overshot it I think, and he spun, so pretty unfortunate here for him, but it'll definitely be, I know he'll bounce back. So yeah, so at the moment, there's only one man on the mediums who ran our lap on the mediums. That's Tabby Dopdex, but it's looking pretty. I'm not. Don't know how to say it, but like it's kind of a gapped top 10 at the moment, or top 12, if you wish. But yeah, obviously Isaac Smart is now preparing a lap. Just looking who's on a lap. RP's now going to the final corner, but he's on an out lap, and now he's just starting a lap. So let's see what he can do in the Alfa Romeo. Obviously was here in the last season. I believe this man did very good at the start of the last season, but hasn't been really noticed for this season. So let's see what he can do. Obviously going through the difficult S is very easy to lose the car, and can really, really hurt you. So he's going through that. He's absolutely now going wide. He goes too wide and he hits the wall. So speaking of punishment on the S section, that is an example, going on the grass and going too wide onto the S section and onto Dunlop. Very, very, very unfortunate for our Peter.
Yeah, I thought that might have hampered Ben Roberts' lap at the moment, but he's still flying along completely fine. 4 seconds up on his lap, but obviously he did have the issue on his first lap where he overcooked it a bit and touched the grass. So he's coming along nice. We might want to watch the end of this lap so we can see his true pace.
Yeah, and they just want to say, well, what happened to Isaac Smart's binned it into Dunlop? Yeah, he's binned it into Dunlop. I saw on board, I believe, with one of the cars. He basically binned into the wall. My nan's in the pit because she's a bit broken. Okay, that's fine. So my granddad's in this race. So that's interesting. So yeah, well, that's interesting. So you have a person who you're gonna be definitely be a fan of, and trying to cheer them up and try and maybe wish they'll get some points. So yeah, but at the moment it is Duty Kevin pole position. So, and he's invalidated his lap. But yeah, Ben Roberts has finished his lap.
MRCS spun.
MRCS has spun.
Yeah, they're just recovering from it now.
Yeah, pretty unfortunate for MRCS then. But now I'm gonna Elliot, are you? Sorry, I'm not. I don't understand that. But hello to Kevin Jutsi. So hello, mate. But Mikey's just actually closed the gap to second. So to second fastest with 2 point. That's a silly question, of course I am. So, chat, having a bit of a conversation there, but yeah, at the moment it's looking a bit close. Top 7 set by a second, so slightly close, but I know it can be much closer. Obviously, Mikey has finished his lap, probably on an in lap, so just looking for people who is on the laps. I know Heblerina's on a lap now, so let's see what can Heblerina do. The man who was a very good driver, obviously in academy, so this man will be on board with the driver on his nice helmet, and now he's going through as he's overcooked it, and a lot of temperature going into the tyres on the S's, so that is really unfortunate for Heblerino. Satire, like having a joke or being... Oh, okay, that's fine. Yeah, but Black Pixel's on the out laps. Just looking for people who are on laps. But ND,
MRCS is on a lap actually. When you went to ask her that, I was on board with them for a little bit.
Yes, now it's going through the hairpin ND, and yeah, so now I'm gonna look through the championship, and yeah, ND. So obviously, Japan. Great circuit, obviously the only figure of 8 circuit, and I'm not sure if I believe the F1 2021 is actually racing there in real life, so pretty unfortunate because this circuit is great, but obviously in F1 2020 the actual game is not that great. Directly set is DSQ. Oh, hello to Play Dutchy in the chat, the legendary man. So, yeah, but if you guys are asking, it's me, Velocity. I've just came back after a break. So, yeah, your boy's back. Andy, the legend himself, Max Verstappen fan. And, yeah, but, Andy, quick thing. Shortbread and Isaac Smart are separated by 1,000th of a second.
Wow.
That's just definition of closeness for a gap.
But unfortunately Isaac Smart's not going to go any faster because obviously I think he crashed into the wall. I'm not too sure. I didn't really see, but I think I heard from you that he crashed into the wall. So unfortunate for him.
Yeah, he into Dunlop. So obviously the Dunlop is very costly, and they obviously if it hit the grass on the outside, on your rear tires, you can spin obviously. You hit the curbs, one of the curbs, I'm not sure which ones, but you can spin there. So this circuit is incredibly difficult, so hopefully the drivers can cope with that. But now MRC is on a lap, but ND. Obviously a lot of drivers on laps, obviously Jitsikev, and yeah.
We've got a flood of drivers coming out of the pits now, ready to start to go for their out laps, to prepare for their final lap. So, I guess you could say it's not over yet, because it seems like the likes of Mikey and Ben Roberts, possibly even Heverino, Black Pixel, Debra, all seem like they have more to give. So it is currently Just Kev on pole. We haven't even noted that Just Kev is racing tonight, but they're currently 2 tenths up on their lap. So they're obviously showing that they have more pace.
Yeah, now going on board Jutsi came out to the hairpin now. He's going to second gear now. He's going through former Super League driver, if I'm correct. He's going through this kind of small straight now. And yeah, he's now going to go through the spoon curve with Sebastian Vettel and Max Verstappen have a big collision. And now as he goes a bit wide, I thought he was going to invalidate, but he just got out of it. So Mr. Kev taking a bit of risk, but he's 5 tenths up on this time, so he is improving. He is the man on fire at the moment. He's going through the final corner, locks up the tyres, but now he's going through the final corner. Now DRS will be open very shortly. Now goes to the right hand side to reduce the track, and he improves by 5 tenths, 7 tenths actually, and extends his gap to nearly a second. So absolute scenes here for Jutsi Kev on returning as a replacement here.
Yeah, I was about to say that people could give him a shot for pole, but with that lap time, I don't think anyone will be able to, because that's just very far ahead of everyone else. So it'd be hard to beat. It'd be hard to overcome nearly a second and a pole from him. So I guess we could say just give his own pole and make an early prediction.
Yeah, but I'm not sure. But I think Ben Roberts is doing a Leclerc where on Abu Dhabi. I think he's a bit tight on time. He's got 40 seconds remaining, but I don't think he will get through. Mikey will definitely will. He's warmed up the tyres, but Ben Roberts, I think he's put it a bit too late. So that is a bit unfortunate. So for him, if he misses it, but there is still an opportunity. Obviously, he's got 20 seconds. I don't think he will. So he has to now try. But I don't think he'll get it. Yeah, he's not get it. He's not gonna. He's gonna get it. So yeah, Ben Roberts has to unfortunately concede. So a bit late. So Ben Roberts probably will have to stick to P3, but Blarino's invalidated his lap. So I believe Ben Roberts on safe P3. The Hebler's on the lap now, so can he try and knock off? But I believe he's had a bit of a poor middle sector. But now let's see, going off for the final corner now. Can he try and knock one of them off? But it's a 39 too, so he's had a bit of a... But Simon, that Apex goes 5th. Very good for the Haas driver. Tucks himself to
Ben
5th.
Roberts spun.
As Ben Roberts has spun, unfortunately. But now Mikey, all eyes on him now. He's the only man who can try and somehow stop Jutsi Kev. Can he do it? And now let's see now on board with the AlphaTauri driver now. He's going through spoon curve. Very smooth. And now he's going through the exit now, using all now, going to the straight now. Onto the right hand side now, and just hoping, let's see what, and he improves by 3 tenths on his time, so now he has to give it everything onto the final chicane. Now he throws the car and now has to go to the final corner, and now with DRS open, is it pole? It's not. He improved by 4 tenths, but it is Jutsi Kev on pole for the Japanese Grand Prix for the first race. But that brings an end unless someone else is on a lap. The Hebler is on a lap by, think, he's up by 6 100th ND, so the Hebler could knock off maybe Black Pixel if he has a big improve, but invalidates on the final corner looking, but that brings an end to qualifying. So that was a great quali.
Yeah. It was very good, yeah.
Yeah, as Ben Roberts had damage from that spin ND, but yeah, that brings an end to quality. And wait, I don't know why it was 1,000 between Shortbread and Isaac Smart, wasn't it, ND? And now it's 2 100ths, 2 milliseconds.
Wow.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's just incredible. And
that's
also,
just
I forgot to note that Ben Roberts has actually managed to make it to the line. So I don't know what happened there because we both did say, didn't we, that there was only about 18 seconds to go and
yeah.
they weren't, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, Jutsi Kev, Mikey, Ben Roberts, Heblerino, some of that Apex, great result from him. The Dutchman into 5th place, Black Pixel 6th, the Hebler 7th, Shortbread 8th, Isaac Smart 9th, Tabby Dopdex rounds off the top 10, R. Peter 11th, James Surreal 12th, MRCS 13th, James Sawboy 14th, Liam 15th, and Moksha unfortunately got disqualification for wrong way, going the wrong way, so he will be starting last for this race. But now I'm going to go through the championship. And yes, so it is Ben Roberts leading the championship by 1 point to Mikey, and then it's Heblerino third with 65 points, Black Pixel with 59, James B. Surreal with 56, the Hebler with 53, Moksha with 36 points, TXP 7, 8th is R. Peter with 23, Shortbread takes 9th with 18 points, Shem Marchin 10th with 16 points, Lowline 11th takes 13 points, and Kaflemo takes 12th with 7, Isaac Smart 6 points, Liam takes 14th with 3 points, MRCS and Lennox gets take 50 to 16 respectively. Tabby Dopdex gets 1 point finish, which was at the British Grand Prix, the first one, and where I was away unfortunately. But and Chainsaw Boy and Picto Mix still to be for the points. So let's see now the formation up has started, Andy. So yeah, so if Mikey outscores Ben Roberts by just 1 point, he takes the championship lead. But Ben Roberts will fight this to the end. Obviously, championship runner-up here last season, so he was very close. But Electric Turner is just 2 years, 65 bits. Thank you for that. So that's very appreciated. And yeah, my name. Okay, I'm not gonna really say that. I'm not gonna say that. But yeah, so yeah, at the moment, it's very sunny around the Japanese circuit. But yeah, Andy. So strategy. I think you should say the strategy because it's very easy.
Yeah, it's one stop. I think it's usually a softer mediums. If I'm not too incorrect there, we've got a couple drivers starting on the medium compound tires. So we have the likes of Arpita, JMB Surreal, and his name is Moksha. Yeah, I just had to look at that there. So yeah, we've got 3 drivers on the medium compound tire. Probably gonna go for a little medium to soft strategy and be rapid towards the end. I did see that, I'm pretty sure, at Silverstone last week. So it clearly does work because it's been quite successful for many people. You obviously got the extra grip at the end to fight and catch up with people, so we're going to be set for a nice race.
Yes, we definitely will. And there's a bit of carnage into the final corner. A lot of drivers want up the tyres, so it's RP to James Peter and Mox, as you just said. Starting on the medium compound, the tyres, and that is Liam going wide onto the gravel at the just before the final chicane. So very, 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 very close there. But now we're going to get prepared for the start. Jutsi Kev will be the first man to take the first grid slot of the race, and the man from the Premier Series and the Super League will take the first pole slot, and Mikey will go alongside him. But now Boxer now lines up on the final grid spot, but now it's obviously Firelight Spuds but Codemasters, so he will start the race, and the revs rise, and it's gonna be go, go, go now, and it's lights out and away we go. Jutikev gets a good start, and it's nearly 3 wide between Heblerino, Black Pixel, and Ben Roberts. But now that's Ben Roberts diving around the outside. Jutikev leads, very good from him. Isaac Smart drops a little bit. Now there's a lot of action going on at the front, but it looks like to be very clean from the drivers. But it's Isaac Smart now, and Tab Dopdex going side by side through the S's. Back's a bit close velocity, keeps making rear noises.
Yeah,
There's yellow flags, that's RP to spinning, but ND, just quick, I'll be back because my mic is a bit glitchy. Thank you, Lowline, for letting me know. But as now Ben Roberts sends it to the inside of Mikey, but onto the hairpin, but unfortunately could not take the position there.
Yeah, so I did actually see at the very start Black Pixel got away very, very well. Almost made it 3 wide between, I think it was some of the Apex and the Hebler. I'm not too sure though, because I can't completely remember. But I did see they did get a great start, and they're up into P5, so great job from them. Just Kev obviously kept the lead at the start. Mikey managed to hold off Ben Roberts, although Ben Roberts was challenging a lot for the position and has unfortunately missed out for them. But there you can see if we're on board with Ben Roberts, I don't think that is because
yeah, I'm on board
velocity
now.
is on board. Yeah, he's so close to the back of Mikey. And
Yellow
we have yellows
flags.
again.
Oh, it's someone off. That's
It's Isaac Smart.
Isaac Smart. He's reset to the track. He's reset to the track. He's reset. I saw he was on the turn very outside turn 1, and then I just saw in the proximity arrow he just instantly went onto the circuit. But going back to Ben Roberts, you can continue.
Yeah, he's so close to the back of Mikey. He might give him a good run for his money now, as we just go into the hairpin now, so he might get past him soon. And we'll probably wait for a DRS straight though, so we can get past and get past more convincingly, I guess, because it's hard to overtake around Suzuka if you're not in DRS, obviously, as we have more yellows. And that's Moksha. Moksha's gone off and has broken their front wing entirely.
There's now RP to go through him, so as yet a safety car. Wow, that is very... So debris on the track, and Moksha causes the safety car. So now let's see what these drivers do. Will they go to pit? This is very bad for the medium runners. This is very bad. And yes, everyone pulls in now. It's going to be pits. Now Ben Roberts hits Mike and gets the down. He has damage. Oh, sorry, I was moving the cable. Yeah, Ben Roberts hit the rear of JB Cyril, and basically got himself front wing damage. I wonder, does he still have that front wing damage? I'm looking now at Ben Roberts. Yes, he does, I think. I'm looking, yes, no, he doesn't have any. Could just be a Crashgate conspiracy. I hope not, but yeah, there's a safety car. The Hebler is the leader. He has not pit, so but obviously looking at Chainsaw Boy, he's on the hards. RP is on the hards, but it will be a bit of a tough task for the drivers who just now pitted for mediums for the safety car. But this bit of a crazy start to the race, but Jutsikev is basically the net race leader because of JB Cyril not pitting and the Hebler not pitting. So yeah, that's a bit, I don't know what I'm saying, but yeah, Jutsikev will be the net race leader after JB Cyril and the Hebler pit. So he will be the race leader, Mikey behind him, obviously. So all the drivers, I believe, start on the softs, except from the Hebler, have pitted for a fresh set of yellow strap medium tyres. So pretty bold from the Hebler. So I would say he could have pitted, but now as Shortbird gets a penalty for colliding with MRCS. So I believe MRCS just hit the back of him and he's got damage to the left-hand side of the front wing. But yeah, that obviously the safety car is deployed, so obviously you get 5-second penalties. Even with the slightest tap, you can get a 5-second penalty, and it can harm you at the end of the race, Andy. As MRCS does pit for probably front wing repairs, but Andy, so obviously, it will be a very interesting race. It started for a very very clean start, very clean racing, but now it's now a safety car, so a bit unfortunate for Debris. I thought it would be maybe a VSC maybe, but it was a safety car, so that is a bit good for obviously the soft runners. That's a big benefit, but obviously that's not a good benefit. JMB Cyril and for De Hebler, so I wonder what will De Hebler do when Roll Lap will basically pit. I believe MRCS will still lead the way. Not lead the way, actually just go behind the pack, but yeah, and there's now that is, I don't know who that was, but that was Isaac Smart nearly ramming the near. He nearly hits the rear of our Peter.
Yeah, just about managed to avoid him, so that's all fine then, I guess.
Yeah, Andy, so it doesn't look, obviously it's raining, so there's a 0% chance. Granddad crashed his car, he's not getting out. Is anyone a doctor? Do you know CPR? I don't know what that has to do with. But yeah. MRCS now it is, but the safety car's in a slap, Andy, so action will restart. Hopefully don't get an Azerbaijan moment from the last time, obviously from Baku today in the race. But De Hebler will become the de facto safety car and will lead the pack. And as he tries to go, as he just warms up the tyres, and he looks like to be going very, very late. As now he puts down the throttle. JB's rule has been heavily compromised, and Jotsikev now is going to try and go round the outside of JB's rule to turn 1. As this chaos now into turn 1. Mikey goes round the outside. Heblerino is now there side by side as JB's rule covers both of them off. Jotsikev, great stars. Now Black Pixel is at the moment now into 5th place. Oh, as Ben Roberts nearly spinning in favours of Mikey, so very, very, very close between those both. And Simon, that Apex is very close behind, and he's gonna try and get both of them.
Yeah, I was actually on board with Jutsukev for the restart, and he timed it perfectly. It was perfect timing. He had a good run on JMB Serial and managed to transform it into a run now, and he's now up into P2, so the net race leader is closer as we have yellow as that.
That's Isaac Smart. I know, that's MRCS. It's Mikey. He's got front wing damage, sorry. I thought it was a racing point, but it was an AlphaTauri of Mikey, so that is not very good. So, JMB Serial is closing in on Black Pixel spins and JMB Cyril as well. This race is getting a bit more chaotic. Wow. JMB Cyril, Black Pixel, that's it, wheeled nearly side by side, but I'm sorry for that knock. But yeah, Black Pixel doesn't have front wing damage luckily, but JMB Cyril looks like he does, so very unfortunate for him. As that Mikey gets a penalty for speeding in the pits. But the hell, that was chaotic. But now Isaac Smart's trying to go right to the inside of our Peter, but our Peter covers that very nicely. As now they're gonna try, and Isaac Smart gets a very good exit and gets close, and our Peter is just defending for his life. I think he got a bit of a punt from Isaac Smart, and that compromises him for trying to get past our Peter, so that is not very good. But our Peter is very close, and the racing point behind him, Isaac Smart, is very much behind him, and that's MRCS hits the wall. Once again, he's got wing damage. Chaos around Japan here, as now Isaac Smart's trying everything he can. Our Peter is trying absolutely everything, and as well as Isaac Smart. Now he's going on the straight now, on board with the Racing Point driver, but I don't think he will try and get past. I don't think he can get past him unless he gets a very good substitution. He indeed does, and now he tries to switch to the outside. As that is Moksha, very big dive from him.
Kev's going for the lead.
Yes, Kev's gone for the lead. Sorry, as now he goes, I believe, to the outside and gets the move done. So well done to him, and now he takes the lead and now has to fly now, and now it's the two McLarens on the podium at the moment, but the Hebler still pit to pit, so it's at the moment the Heblerino on the podium and taking second, Ben Roberts third, so this is very good for the championship. So Ben Roberts can extend the championship by a lot, but Ben Roberts is pressurizing Heblerino a lot, so now he will be trying to look for the move, but ND, crazy restart.
Yeah, pretty mad. Loads of overtakes and a few incidents as well, but majority of the drivers are through and unscathed, and we haven't got another safety car, which is, I guess, good. A couple of drivers have broken their front wings and have to come into the pits, so unfortunate for them. I think a couple have already made pit stops, so they have to make another pit stop, like the likes of Mikey and MRCS, so unfortunate for them. But I guess it is what it is, and the next race they'll hopefully do better.
Yeah, it's always next race, Andy, but Kev sets the fastest lap of a 28.6. So he is he's in a rocket ship, but both of them have literally ERS. Obviously, the ERS is next to impossible to save around here. So these drivers will be a bit conservative now with their ERS. Ben Roberts is 50% of the ERS, so he is very, very comfortable with the ERS at the moment, but obviously he can use all that ERS very quickly. But yeah, as now the Racing Point driver, who's at the lead of the championship, will extend as now Mikey sets the fastest lap of 28.5, and whilst probably trying to catch JMB Soro, who is ahead of him. As now Moksha gets past RPT, now they wheel to wheel as RPT spins. Talking of incidents, ended another incident and wing damage as well. Just so much happening around here, but RPT probably won't give up. Liam is trying to defend from RPT, but just gets ahead of the Alfa Romeo driver, and will try and still stay ahead, but our Peter is using the overtake button, and now can he go to the inside of R130? What a move from RPT Peter, but will Liam try and hold on? What a move from our Peter, and into 130 onto the inside, and that's what is called an absolute fantastic move. And now Moksha,
Yeah.
Moxa just got past Chainsaw Boy, but Andy, you can carry on now.
Yeah, Heverino is starting to struggle a bit. Ben Roberts is getting close to the back now. Both of them have made a pit stop. So I think Heverino might have had a bit of a strategic advantage over Ben Roberts, but Ben Roberts is closing the gap now. You can see it's going down. I think it went down by a 1/10 there.
Yeah.
As they got a hairpin getting close to the back, so yeah, we might want to hold on to this as
Chainsaw Boy.
I think that's Chainsaw Boy. Yeah, Chainsaw Boy's gone off. So that's unfortunate for them. So both Renaults have had an incident and not looking good for their team at the moment.
Yeah, unfortunate for both of them, but now they'll be trying maybe to try and bounce back, Andy. But yeah, the headless after the safety car is 12, so not very good for him. Blackfix obviously caught up in that incident. He's 5 tenths behind our Peter. But obviously, who's making a comeback is Mr. Isaac Smart. So he was about 11th, now he's 8th. So he is making that comeback. But as you said, Ben Roberts is close and he's got the DRS. And just look how much he's gaining on the racing point, on the McLaren ahead. Is now, I believe, just switched fuel modes. So now he's probably pushing. And just look how close he is, and he's just pushing through and maybe trying to challenge Jutsikev.
Yeah, so it could be good for the last few laps of the race. So you might want to keep don't adjust your setup or anything. So you want to stay with us because it might get nice for the last few laps. So yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So. Yeah, Ben Roberts, just look how close he is. He's right on the rear of the McLaren driver, and we'll try. But Jutsikev, he's pretty comfortable. He's using every ounce of ERS it looks like he has installed, so he'll be trying to get the race win. And yeah, he will try, but he's got completely no ERS. But Ben Roberts, he's trying to go for 130R move, but is he going to go to the inside? Yes, he will. He tries to go to the inside. He makes a bit of contact with Heblerino. His head, Ben Roberts has spun. He has spun. That is so unfortunate. That is so unfortunate for Ben Roberts. Shortbread gets to P4 now.
Yeah, I thought I saw a bit of lag there with Shortbread glitching into Ben Roberts, but at the end of the day, nothing bad came of it. But yeah, so unfortunate for Ben Roberts and Isaac Smith. Both of them have been very, very unlucky this season. Obviously, I'm pretty sure Constructors Champions last year, or last season. So unfortunate for them, they're obviously not finding much luck in the race at this point.
Yeah, not finding a lot of luck, but Heblerino has both sides of relief. But Simon, that Apex, he is on the podium at the moment. Could Shortbread, the best name in the world, try and get onto the podium as well? But Ben Roberts is pressurizing him. He's still in the battle. As Shortbread, I believe, has a penalty of 5 seconds. I believe that's probably speeding in the pits. So that is a bit of an if, and that could be kind of costly. But yeah, only 2 drivers made 2 stops, and that is MRCS and Mikey. So they are the only ones who did a 2 stop, probably due to wing damage or wing repairs, or maybe even tire switch to them. But we're going to go on board now with Ben Roberts. He is very close to the rear of Shortbread. But yeah, the Hebler is very close as well. Wonderful helicopter view. The Hebler's no ERS, but he is closing in now. Will he try and dive it? He tries to dive it. Our Peter brakes very late. And now this is an amazing helicopter view if you are on board with the Hebler. As now he has DRS open now, and now he will try to get past now on board with the McLaren driver. Oh, accidentally onto the wrong driver, but the Hebler holds back and has to concede still. But both of them have no ERS, less than 10%. But Alpita makes a mistake, and the Hebler goes to the outside. Alpita actually has wing damage, so that's why he's very slow. And there's this contact between the both of them. Alpita drops to 12th, and the Hebler takes 11th, and now tries to set himself to try and catch Liam for the points finish, obviously, who has a 3-second time penalty. So at the moment, the Hebler's in the top 10.
Yeah, and while you were doing that, we completely missed the overtake of Ben Roberts on Shortbread. We overtook him on the outside into turn 1. It was a very, very nice move to watch. But I think some of that Apex might be sweating a little bit now because there's one more lap for him to hold on, and he gets to the podium. But he's got last season's runner-up, Ben Roberts, right behind him. So the gap is 2.7 seconds. It might go down, it might go up, it might stay. Who knows? But it's going to get interesting for this last fight for the podium.
Yes, Simon at Apex could be a bit slightly under pressure, but I think he just gets hold onto the podium. But yeah, I'm just looking for some fights. Isaac Smart now is on the surge, on the run, and now Tabby Dobdex is his next target to try and eliminate. So now he's trying to get a very good exit from Dunlop. He looks like he gets a very good exit from Dunlop now. They're going through Degner 1 and Degner 2 as correct me if I'm wrong, because I kind of get confused from Lesmos and the Buzz. Now Isaac Smart sends it to the outside of the hairpin, but is a bit too wide. So as Heblerino, I believe, is a bit comfortable, and yeah, but Chutsikev replacing, I believe, a low line if I'm correct. Fantastic race from Chutsikev as a replacement. Very good start to the safety car. Great pole position lap. He wins the first race here, and that is a very good drive from him, the Premier Series driver, and I believe the Super League driver was before, I believe. But that's the Hebler now. He's so close to Liam. Is it going to be a top 10 finish on the racetrack? But it's a yellow flag, and that's some things I think happened. But I think it's just a bug. But the Hebler's out of fuel. He's out of fuel. That is so unfortunate for the Hebler. He's out of fuel. And is that top 10? No, it's not. The Hebler was out of fuel.
Yeah, so unfortunate for them now. They're running a nice race and we're doing very well, but unfortunately that fuel loss has just kind of gone back to bite them, so unfortunate for them.
Driver of the day is Moksha, according to Codemasters, so well done to Moksha for getting that driver of the day result. But that ends off the first race. Very chaotic, but very solid as well. Maybe some incidents were, but nevertheless the racing was very nice. It was very, very, very exciting, but obviously, nonetheless, that was a great race, Andy. What was your view on the race?
Yeah, good race, obviously. Suzuka usually doesn't disappoint, but we did have a lot of incidents, I guess. Suzuka kind of claims a lot of lives, you could say, because it is quite a difficult track. Obviously, there wasn't really much of a fight for the lead, just Kev kind of ran away with it. We'll see if he has the same luck or skill, I guess it's more skill, to carry that through and make another win in the next race.
Yes, and Moksha 16th to 5th, great results. So Jutsikev, Heblerino, and Simon at Apex, congrats to him for the podium. Ben Roberts, Moksha, Shortbread, Tabby Dopdex, Isaac Smart, Black Pixel, RP to take the top 10. Unfortunately, missing on the top 10 is Liam. The unfortunate, the Hebler, Chainsaw Boy, JMB0, MRCS, and then Mikey after the very unfortunate spin, and has to concede with 16. So that is a big blow open for the championship, Andy.
Yeah.
Very big blow. So now Ben Roberts will extend the championship lead, but not by much. So Mikey has to now step the game up for the next race, and hopefully he will. So now, don't leave. There's one more thing that has to be done. It's one-shot qualifying and another race. So don't worry, there will be another race coming. Simon Peter or Prayer. So Remy Ashwin, congratulations to him, obviously. To Simon, the Apex, absolutely amazing from him. Sorry everyone, I was just having a bit of a sip. of water. But yeah, indeed, that was a very great response. So yeah, obviously Japan is what shall qualify. It will put drivers under a little bit of pressure in sector one, but for the rest of the lap, they should not get a lot of pressure.
Yeah, it's gonna, as I always say, there's the risk of one-shot qualifying. You can run wide your entire lap's done, and just starting at the back of the grid. So you always want to do well, but you don't want to push too hard because you'll run wide and ruin your lap.
Yeah, so mistakes can be costly, Andy. So hopefully there's rain for the race, or maybe in qualifying. But yeah, let's see what the conditions on and the F1 gods of weather bring to us. And now it's just saying wait, and it's sunny around Suzuka, the figure of 8 circuit. And yeah, now let's see what can the drivers do, Andy. So obviously mistakes around sector 1 can cost you, so let's see how these drivers will take it. But obviously they will drive it flat out to the line and see what position they're in for the race. But for the Grand Prix, for the sprint race, so let's see what can the one and only Jutsikev do. So obviously the race winner from last race, so let's see what he can do. So now we're just waiting for Black Pixel, the Hebler, and Mikey now, because now they're just probably making slight tweaks to their setups and etc. So maybe they make some tweaks to the rear of the aero, and yeah, to maybe make their car more stable. But we're gonna go over on board with Jutsikev. So now going to the left hand side of the track to now set up, and now you're gonna brake just when the curve starts on the left hand side. Now using a slight, not much curve now, going through the S's now flat out. Do not use the curves, don't go through front obviously, because then it won't be very good for you and spinning. So now take a wide line through Dunlop to get a very good exit. And Jutikev's P2, so it's a 1-2. Jutsikev is P1 at the moment and goes through the first sector's Moksha, I believe, has invalidated his lap. So as now Jutsikev goes through, now braking maybe just after the curve ends the left hand side, now going up the gears, and now just going to the right hand side to reduce the drag. Moksha retires from the session, so I believe he either invalidated or probably just smelly retired. But now he's going through spool curve, very smooth from him. Now going to not left hand side, yes he does, to shorten the track, and now he goes onto 130R, and now flat out full throttle over 200 kilometers 250 kilometers per hour. Now for the chicane, very smooth. Now go to the right hand side to reduce the track, and it is pole position for 126.5. So very decent lap from Jutsikev. Obviously once you're qualified has less grip, but it is Jutsikev, a pole position, and it is 2 Heblerinos on the top 3. So it is Jutsikev, Heblerino, Black Pixel actually not in top 3. So Heblerino and the Hebler will take P2 P4. Mikey takes P5. Ben Roberts P6. Chilbert P7. Simon at Apex. Good performance from him so far. Toby Dobdex, 2 good performances from the Haas. Very, very good. As now James will round the top 10. RP will have the OP tyre choice for the race, and James Subway will take 12th, Liam falls in 13th, and MRTs take 14th respectively, and Isaac Smart has not set a time, and Moksha got disqualified probably for invalidating. But Jutsi Kev takes another pole position very comfortably and respectively. So yeah, Andy, so the same story could happen, but in F1 you never know what's going to happen. So yeah.
Yeah, so gonna be an interesting grid for the race, since few drivers are out of position, such as like Moksha and all. So yeah.
Yeah, let's see now. As it is sunny, so it's gonna be this is some creamy sauce. Maybe I don't know what you're talking about. Obviously, probably about the grid. Maybe it's very. I'm not. I don't know. But yeah, let's now go down to the grid in 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and we should be starting very shortly, Andy. So the strategy is obviously a one-stop, soft to medium, or a medium to soft. But let's see what the drivers picked to their strategies. So I'll predict I'll see 2 drivers going the mediums, and yes, Moksha and Peter go on the medium tyres. So hopefully there's in chaos again. But yeah, Andy. So very interesting and crazy first race, but can this one top it off?
Yeah, we hope for. I don't know if we can top the race before, but if we can, I'll happily accept it, I guess. And yeah, we'll hopefully have another good race. Kev is obviously on pole again, so that man is giving no one any lenience today, pulling a Lewis Hamilton, I guess you could say, and absolutely running away with it. And yeah, so there's a lot of skill in Jutsukev, obviously. Pretty sure they do something else in Gavra. I can't remember what, because
F1.
Yeah, they do something F1. I think they're Premier or Super, I can't remember which.
I love Fortnite, okay. I don't know. Yeah, it's simply out of topic the chat, but yeah, Jutsukev is at the moment now just weaving around, but who's weaving very, very aggressively is the one and only Heblerino. I was kind of scared that he probably might spin on the straight because he was warming up his tyres too much and he was overheating the tyres, but he looks like he's to be very much heating up the tyres. Oh my god. Alright, so yeah, Andy, now the start. Oop, my bad. The start is on its way for a package, and hopefully it'll be a jam-packed, filled race. And yeah, let's hope for that. As now, obviously the lights will go out, but obviously it is Codemasters ND. We love Codemasters, and yeah. So it will be 5 lights, but it just says as one of the as yes. So now the revs will start rising. The grid bar will go slightly up as now the revs rise and roar as now it's lights out and away we go for the second race in the weekend league for round 4. Jutikevs gets a very good start. Black Pixel follows him now as now Black Pixel goes round the outside. Heblerino, Mikey follows Heblerino now as that's a very good start from Jutsikev, and that is amazing from him. Black Pixel second, as now Chainsaw Boy I believe, and now Ben Roberts gets past the Hebler as now Shortbread is closing in. So a very clean start, but that's Tabby Dopdeck going for the gap and trying, but that's Liam spinning at Dunlop just before the uphill section. So that means he will try now to catch back, but MRCS now goes into P11 before the corner. So I believe everyone, it will pretty clean start to the race, but now the 2 Hasses now scrapping away in the distance, but it is Chutikev leading the race and by 8/10 from Black Pixel. As now that someone's spawned, that's MRCS again. MRCS is spawned in and before the straight, but good start for a very good start. But I think Jutikev's made a mistake. I think he's made a mistake. Shortbread goes for a move on the Hebler. Now they'll be side by side through but will it be a 3 wide as now the Hebler's clearly passed, but Shortbread is getting involved. He gets he's behind Shortbread and Bill Close Racing as Isaac Smart tries to go round the outside and to the inside actually of Jamie Sarui, sends it, and that was a great move from Isaac Smart, committed.
Yeah, great move from Isaac Smart, obviously.
Oh, yellow
As with more
flags.
yellows.
Tabby dot next. Yeah, he spun at Dunlop.
Alright. Yeah,
That's
I
very
assume it's just a case of running a bit too wide and... Oh, as Liam's actually done what I just said and
commentator's
just...
curse.
Yeah, but has just taken a little bit too much speed or run a bit too wide and just ran out of road.
See?
I know Marcus Ericsson did it in 2018 in qualifying as Chainsaw Boys out as well, and we have a safety car.
Yeah, he's absolutely binned it. He's binned it. He had his tyre off. His tyre was off. I'm going on board with Liam now, and you can maybe see if you go on board with Liam. I believe you can see it.
Oh yeah.
And wow, that's a big crash. That's a very massive crash. So it's a safety car now. Now it'll be the same story, Andy. It's a deja vu. Safety car on lap 2, and there everyone will pit, and our Peter also pits. Now it'll be absolute pit galore. Now hopefully there would be a double stack. As now Black Pixel, I thought he jumped Jutsikev, but he doesn't. So that's great news. But now a lot of arrows going up and down. So let's see what the final positions are after all the drivers exit the pit lane. And it looks like the Hebler taking 9th, and I believe Tabby Topdex now is the final man to exit the pit lane. The pits from his Haas pit crew, and Liam now is heading into the pits, but Chainsaw Boy is out of the race, and very unfortunate for him.
Yeah, as Liam just exits the pits, Jitsikev is behind the safety car at the moment, so all very interesting. Could play into anyone's hands, who knows. I personally can't wait for this restart at the moment because it looks very, very interesting because everyone's so close together and a couple of people are out of position, some people starting from the back like Liam and Tabby Topdex who have had an incident and are starting behind. So yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see.
Yeah, definitely, Andy. So the safety car is now leading. Berlin Maylander is now driving that safety car. So hopefully Josikev does not hit it because it will be consequences. So yeah, it can be damage. So yeah, but now Liam is now happily approached to Tabby Topdex, and now is behind the Haas car. So the safety car could restart maybe next lap, or maybe it maybe needs to do a little bit more of safety looks for him, but for them obviously. So yeah, but Black Pixel, can he try and maybe try and get past Jutsikev? But obviously we know Jutsikev is rocketing around here. He's very good, so it'll be a very mammoth task for Black Pixel. But at the moment, as now Tabby Topdex is pit again, does he have damage, Andy?
But we'll be able to see as he comes into the pits. We'll see if they're going to change something. No, doesn't have damage.
Ooh, he's
going to
to
go
the soft
to the end. Yeah, that's doable.
Yeah, that is doable, but there will be a bit of a task to try and get this to the end, obviously. So let's see what he could try and do. So as now the Haas car exits the pit lane, he'll definitely get in time, as now he'll be gaining a chunk amount of time because all the drivers ahead of him are pretty much slowed down. So he's pretty much coming. So to him, so to them now, as Tavi top decks, as I just mix up my words a lot, so yeah, but our Peter is on the hards and timing that apex as well, so pretty interesting from them. So maybe they try and not get a lot of wear compared to the medium runners. Very bold. But yeah, Andy, so now the safety car could come in this lap. We're gonna obviously wait until the straight, and that's when it tells the safety car comes in the lap. And ooh, Black Pixel nearly hits the rear of Jutsikev. So we're gonna see what will happen now, Andy. Will it
Yeah,
come
it can be interesting to see the restart.
as it does not come in this lap. No, it does not. Oh yeah, it does actually, so it does come in this lap. Bit of a mistake from me, but now it will be Jutsikev being the de facto safety car, and now we'll lead the drivers onto the restart to get green flag racing once again for the first time this race. As now Heblerino and Black Pixel get a bit of a collision, and Liam as well, so as now so I believe but look how early Jutsikev has actually left it 8/10, 9/10. Jutsikev is done mammoth start as now Liam Pitt, I believe, for front. Yes, he has front wing damage. Is serving his 5-second time penalty. I'm sorry, everyone. Bit unfortunate for him, but Jutsikev, the start from him was absolutely spot on and perfect timing. As now Moksha goes to the inside of Debel's. Debel's just gonna hold it. That was very bold from him. As now he has to concede to 10th. Moksha moves himself up to P9 with fresh red soft tires. As someone's a spun, I believe. Someone's a spun. I believe I was Peter spinning before the S's, not the S's, the Dagna 1 and Dagna 2, so unfortunate for him. Does he have any damage? I think he does. Obviously let's just show the camera. Yes, he does have damage to the left hand side from left end plate, so unfortunate for our Peter. As but look at Andy, look at Jutsikev, 1.2 seconds ahead of Black Pixel, so he's played this restart absolutely perfectly.
Yeah, I mean, he has clearly shown that he has pace, so this is his second race now, and he's shown he has even more pace, so he's really taking off from everyone now, leaving the field in his dust, and is, I'm not going to say close to a victory, because that would put the biggest commentator's curse on it ever. We've still got 7 laps to go, so I don't want to say anything yet.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, that's Black Pixel is at the moment second with obviously a 5-second penalty, sharing between Peter, Sana Apex and Heblerino for obviously collisions under the safety guards. Now Moksha's on the flyer, Andy, so this man is the one to watch, and how he's going to try and make a comeback, and he's going to do maybe a last to maybe a question mark once again.
Yeah, I think that's to Hebler and JMB Surreal having a little bit of a fight. I think JMB Surreal went up the inside of De Hebler, but De Hebler got the position back. The camera cut for me, so I didn't really see what happened there, but I don't know if you saw, but it was when we were watching Moksha, I think.
Yeah, true, Andy. So, let's see. Can Moksha fight back? He's still got 7 laps on his. Now DRS is enabled, but Blarino now, Andy, he is so close to him now. Can he try go maybe to the outside? But he's just a little too far back to make the move. But obviously, watch out for Mikey. He is also close. But Ben Roberts, he looks like he's dropped off the pace slightly. A little bit off the pace, but now obviously a bit of a commentator's curse. Now he's coming. He's closing in to Mikey and the Heblerino,
Oh,
Same in that
Simon spun.
Apex. Simon and that Apex has spun into Dunlop. Yes, he has. The hard not having a lot of grip, obviously, around here. OWO. So pretty much very unfortunate for him, as now he is 5 seconds adrift from his teammate, as
Yeah.
Tabby Dopdex is 12th and he's close to Isaac Smarts for the racing points. They've dropped off the pace. They were looking very, very rapid, but now they just seem to drop off the pace. But obviously Ben Roberts is quick thing. But Black Pixel now, actually, Heberina goes into the P2 and now is now second. So Black Pixel looks like is just not on the pace. But now on board with Black Pixel on the iconic Hamilton video camera, and now he's trying to go to the inside, but Heblerino leaves us a lot of space. This side by side, Black Pixel gets the move done, but now Heblerino has been held up very a lot. I mean, from second to fifth in by space of 3 corners. Very, very bad for obviously Heblerino, but Ben Roberts now is fighting back and trying his absolute best to try and get to the podium spot. But Mikey is closing in on Black Pixel, and Ben Roberts is closing as well behind, but this is helping Jutsikev a lot, as he's now going to pull away from Black Pixel, Blanky, and Ben Roberts, and also helping runners out. Shortbreads get involved. This is a spin in sector 1. That's R Peter spinning in sector 1 the S's. So there's only one candidate in spin on the S's, and there's R Peter. So very unfortunate for him. But Andy, there's a 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a
Whereas
5.
Isaac Smart's trying to go around the outside of MRCS into 130R. He gets the move done.
Wow.
I think there was a little bit of contact because MRCS is down the order now. I'm not too sure what happened there. I did see a little jig from Isaac Smart there. So
Mikey gets past, sorry Andy, but Mikey gets past. But there's a 5-car fight to the podium, Andy. This is very close.
yeah, everyone wants the podium positions. There's only 2 for grabs,
Yeah,
and
true.
there's about 6 cars. No, 5 cars. 5 cars who want the position. So yeah.
Yes, definitely. There's a lot of fighting to do, but as now that's Ben Roberts diving to the inside of Black Pixel. Black Pixel is close, very close to Ben Roberts, and Black Pixel now will use the slipstream to his advantage, and now he's not going to dive it. He's going to hold back and maybe try and go for it on 130R. But Heblerino is closing in as well to the rear, but Black Pixel is trying everything, but Ben Roberts looks to be just ahead, but Ben Roberts is 1 second behind, and Black Pixel is just behind Ben Roberts, so he could be under threat from passing. So now Ben Roberts, championship leader, will he get past into turn 1, as now Black Pixel is just gaining, he's gaining, but he cannot overtake him into turn 1. He's just too far away to make a move on Ben Roberts, and has to fight close back, and Heblerino is getting involved as well as Shortbread. So Andy, this is getting very spicy indeed.
Yeah, getting very interesting for the last couple of laps. We've only got 3 laps to go, as Black Pixel picks up a time penalty, so that's kind of possibly ruled him and Heberino out of getting a podium, as there's a lot of cars close together, and I doubt the 3 seconds will help much. So yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So Drutikev is leading very comfortably, but Ben Roberts is now gaining on Mikey. So Ben Roberts just on a different league of his own, and is just setting the pace. And Mikey is out of the ERS, and now Ben Roberts is as well one of those candidates, as well as Black Pixel now, and Heblerino. Shortbread has got 30%, so he will be trying to go for the wins now. Let's just look at quickly at the chat. There's nothing much going on, so yeah, but Ben Roberts is closing in on wonderful viewers. Hello to Scout Dan in the chat, Smooth Velocity, and hello to Dan as well. And hello to obviously Andy, who's commentating alongside me. And yeah, hello to Scout Dan, who is a great streamer. And yeah, so Ben Roberts is just so close into to try and get past Mikey, so he will be just pressurizing Mikey through the corners around this figure of 8 circuit. Andy, but Andy, unfortunately, there's a big fight coming behind him, and I don't know why I said unfortunate, but this is a great Bernal camera view, helicopter view is, and you can see the Ferrari and McLaren fighting in the midst of the Japanese circuit.
Yeah, very interesting. As look, here comes Heblerino.
Yes, he comes now. He's going to try and go to the inside of 130. Yeah, he does get the move done. Nice move from him as now he hit Heblerino and rear in going into the chicane. And I believe there's something happening in the chat. I'll do it instead. I don't know what is happening there, but hopefully everything's fine. But Black Pixel is closing in on Heblerino, and is just trying everything. But Black Pixel touched the gravel, that unsettles the car a lot. Shortbread is as well the man to watch. He's closing in on Black Pixel, so Black Pixel looks like not to be on the pace from second to possibly sixth. So Black Pixel not having the best of days in the Ferrari.
Yeah, so I did see they were holding out quite well, but I guess Heblerino has the quicker pace, and that's how it works. But you see, we have yellows in sector 1. I think it's a
Haas. Some of the apex. He spun into the S's.
Yeah, so yeah, but going back, we see Ben Roberts is actually very close to the back of Mikey. Is he gonna actually go for a dive going into the chicane? He's thought about it, but I think he thought better about it as Mikey locks up a bit. But now Ben Roberts is gonna get the DRS and is gonna try to get past, but doesn't really have much ERS to deploy. But neither has Mikey.
Yes, is now it's on to the final lap now. So it is now foot down to the floor and just trying everything they have, and they are just trying to maybe get the podium spot, and there's still a chance to fight. Ben Roberts, can he do it to get another podium here in Japan? But Jutikev is comfortably in the lead, but now we have to focus on obviously Ben Roberts, as a Black Pixel picks up a 3-second time penalty. That is very unfortunate. He has 11 seconds of time penalty, so that means he will be P8 actually when it ends. So really unfortunate for Black Pixel, but yeah, so as you can see, Jutikev is swerving on the straights if you're on board with him, Andy, as now this man has completed one of the first sweeps here in Gavra. Now Marcius is unfortunately retired, but he's done a sweep, 2 pole positions, 2 wins. He done that as he stops now, and he comes to win the sprint race, dominance for Jutsikev. Amazing race from him. Mikey takes second. Ben Roberts takes third. He cannot overtake Mikey. Shortbread with an excellent fourth. Heblerino takes fifth. The Hebler with sixth. So very good result for the McLarens. Moksha takes seventh. Black Pixel with eighth. So drops down 3 positions due to the 11 seconds. Yeah. Oh. Okay. So something's happened in the chat. So. Hopefully everything's sorted, but Black Pixel takes 8th, Isaac Smart 9th, James B. Cyril takes 10th.
And Liam is going to come across the line now in P12 and is going to be followed quite closely by Simon that Apex. And our P is going to round out the grid. They're actually going for, I think they're going for a push lap at the moment, so we might want to watch the end of this, see if they get a fast lap, who knows. As they are now out of ERS, so unfortunate, so yeah.
Yeah, so JB Shaw takes 10th, Time Dog Dex, Liam, Sam that Apex, and our Peter failed to finish the race, and it is MRCS and Chainsaw Boy, the retirees, and Chainsaw Boy obviously causing that massive safety car, and Moksha is once again driver of the day, so 2 driver days for Moksha, so he's proud of that. Good day in the office for the Williams team. Jutsikev wins the race once again, dominance for Williams.
Yeah, great race for them.
So now going back to results now again, Jutsikev, Mikey, Ben Roberts take the podium, Shortbread takes 4th, Heblerino takes 5th, De Hebler 6th, Moksha 7th, Black Pixel 8th, Isaac Smart 9th, James Rule takes 10th, stays on the same position he was at since the start of the race. Tabidop Dex takes 11th. Banner race, GG, link deleted. Yeah, GG Moksha, was a great race from you. 2-2 last to 5th and 7th, so great from you. Like Liam 567 wins, takes 12. Same on that Apex, R Peter take 30th and 40th respectively, and MRCS and Chainsaw Boy, and luckily DNF. And that was a great race. Awful 2 races. Yeah, Kevin Judson, amazing race from you. Good race from Ben Roberts. At least he's got a podium and he extends his championship lead, I believe. And actually loses a bit of ground. Is that Mike incident? I think he spun. I don't know. We didn't see the full incident, but I don't know. We just saw him hit the wall. My first podium in the first race. Yeah. So Sam that Apex is Shem Marchin. Yeah, but congratulations to Kevin Jutsi and to the podium, and yeah, that basically rounds off the race. And let me just quick. And yeah, that was a great race, Andy.
Yeah, very nice race indeed. So we were spoiled, I guess, since we came to Suzuka. We know we'd probably get a good race, and we weren't disappointed. So, yeah.
Yes, but yeah, thank you guys for the race, and yeah, so join us. Simon look fast on first race. Yeah, he was very quick in first race. Second one was not very good, but podium for him is at least a very good sign. So congrats to everyone. But yeah, I'll see you guys very soon for next week for the final round in Abu Dhabi, and obviously next week same time, and obviously for the final time this on the F1 2020 game on the Weekend League. Obviously the new game is coming very soon, Andy. Can't wait. So yeah, now it's just me and RP in the lobby, so yeah, so now we're just going to quickly say goodbye, and yeah, Gavra, so thanks for the commentary. Yeah, no problem, great. But that rounds off. Join us, obviously. Maybe there will be some events coming up this week because the main leagues are finished and the GT Sport leagues are finished, and obviously the Setta Corsa League is obviously on Saturday, so make sure you don't miss that unless the stream does not the guys don't stream it because in Hungary it wasn't streaming. Spa this Saturday on GTS. So we have two events today. So we have the GT Sport um, with basically the same cars, I believe, for the Le Mans 24 hours, and basically that is happening 3 hours for that race, I believe. And then obviously Sunday's weekend league where me and Andy will commentate on it, and also it will be the Santa Corsa Competizione League, which will be on Saturday as well, and there will be maybe some one-off events if Gavra obviously does it. But nevertheless, guys, I will see you guys very very soon, and it was great for stream, and yeah, guys, I'll see you very soon.